Jonathan. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial real quick on the boundary boss base feature and the boundary cut feature. It's going to be shorter than all the other tutorials because the boundary boss base feature is very similar to the lofted boss base feature. Really just one minor difference that I want to illustrate to you guys. So let's say you have a geometry just like this, a rectangular prism. I already went ahead and created that and a reference plane over here, which I already showed you guys how to do. And so I'm just going to sketch on the reference plane just like we're getting ready to do a normal loft. So let's say I just wanted to make a circle just like that. And let's say I wanted to add material between the top of this face and that circle. Normally you would select lofted, but in this case I want to do a boundary boss base. So as you can see, it already selected the sketch for me. Now I just select this face. And then again, just like with the lofted boss base feature, you want to make sure that the points you choose are on similar areas of the sketches or the geometries you've selected to loft between. So then obviously you could go ahead and just click the green check mark and you just have a simple loft. But there is one difference that I want to note to you, which comes with this drop down menu right here that we didn't have for the loft boss base feature, and lots of different options in there. And so I want to select a few and just show you what they do. So here we have tangency to face. As you can see, now that we've selected it, it kind of gives us more curvature. It starts more square, and instead of just lofting in a straight line, it has a curve, and we can adjust that with this arrow. So if you wanted it to be more curvy up at the top, you could do that, or less, you could bring it all the way down to the bottom, which is what we had before. And if you go too far, this actually won't, the feature won't process that because the geometry is invalid, but you can pull it down to here and it'll process that. So, you know, that allows us to get very specific curvature of a loft. And then you can also select curvature to face, which is very similar, just a little bit more extreme of a curve, and again, adjustable. Allows you to create really interesting surfaces, but very similar to the lofted boss base, and likewise with the lofted cut. Just this time, instead of just the guide curves, this time you can actually select tangency to face or curvature to face, and you can go ahead and adjust that to whatever looks good or whatever you need. So that is the that is the boundary boss base feature. The boundary cut is very similar. I'll just go over it real quick. So we can actually use what we've already sketched out here. So if you expand this boundary, this boss base feature boundary, you can actually see that we have our sketch in there. So we can select that for this as well. And then let's say we want to select this face. So again, you see how those are on different points of their respective sketches. So you kind of want that to be on the same side, in the same area. And now you can see the preview is kind of resolving correctly. And again, you could do tangency or curvature, but in this case we just want to do kind of a straight, just like the loft was, just to illustrate what this does. So as you can see, it just takes material out of the inside of that, just like the lofted cut does, but again, you can kind of adjust the curves on your own there. Pretty useful feature. I use it probably just as much as the lofted boss base feature, if not more, just because you can do it by yourself. You can also add guide curves to the boundary boss base feature, which I may go over in future tutorials, but it's very similar to the lofted boss base feature. But I hope this was helpful to you guys, so please subscribe and watch all my other videos. Thank you so much.